Well, welcome back, everybody. Everybody out there in YouTube land. It's been a while. A lot been going on, but we finally got off the road and out of the camper and into our new house, and I'm kind of busy trying to get that all squared away, but I haven't forgot about my little YouTube channel, and I've been watching it and getting some comments. I see that I've actually had 1,000 views of my videos that I have. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the comments. And this is my first entry in several weeks, actually probably over a month. I've been busy. I was tasked and asked to build a shadow box. And it happened to be an old friend of mine. He was a World War II vet, passed away in 2011. I was honored and privileged to be present, not only to pay my respects, but also as one of the riflemen in the honor guard for his funeral. Fast forward to today, 2021, and his family, his wife, who is 95 years old, and his son, happens also to be a friend of mine, asked me to do a shadow box. And I said, no problem. Absolutely. I accepted immediately. I've never done one of these before. This is my first one. I don't know if I'll do any more, actually. It was interesting. Something different. And I thought it added to my channel. Good opportunity to get a new video on my channel. So here it goes. This individual, like I said, was a friend of mine. Fought in World War II, as you can see. He was a United States Marine. There's his name. Corporal Raulo Malm, United States Marine Corps. He belonged to the 1st Marine Parachute Regiment and the 5th Marine Division. Active duty, 23rd November 1942, 20th October 1945. Served in the Pacific Theater of Operations, obviously. He served on the Solomon Islands, New Caledonia, and served in Iwo Jima, which most of us recognize Iwo Jima as one of the bloodiest battles of the entire war. He was wounded twice, has a Purple Heart there, with a gold star denoting his second wound. He sustained both wounds on Iwo Jima. He was a great man. He was a good man. He was a lot of fun. He was a part of the greatest generation. He inspired me. He mentored me as a young vet. I was much younger than he was. I served in the Gulf and a couple other engagements. But all these years later, and his family, for some reason, saw something in me and they asked me if I would do a shadow box. So he was in the 1st Marine Parachute Regiment in 1942, which was the precursors to some of the Special Forces operations in the Marine Corps, Force Recon, Marine Raiders. The Marine Raiders and the 1st Parachute Regiment, where after they passed their courses back then, they were quickly absorbed into the 5th Marine Division. Simply because that they really didn't have special forces back then. They had frogmen, and then they had the Marine Raiders, and then the 1st Parachute Regiment. Para-Marines, they were called. Marine Airborne. They were disbanded and absorbed in the 5th Marine Division, and if you know your history, these guys, tip of the spear, as you can see their insignia. And they were the first on the beach at Iwo Jima, at Red Beach 1 and 2. And Raulo was no different. He was in the first wave and was wounded. Pretty much almost his entire platoon was wiped out. So these are his medals and ribbons. While I was doing this and building this shadow box, I had to do some research. And I wound up learning quite a bit. So There's his 5th Marine Division. I added that. I added the Iwo Jima rocker. There's his actual shoulder patch from his uniform. I added the 2 gold Eagle Globe and anchors here for him. Thought that was a nice touch. And then there is his jump wings. Okay, along with his chest, his ribbons. And those ribbons coincide with the medals below. Purple Heart, American Campaign, Asiatic Pacific Campaign with 3 bronze stars denoting that he participated in 3 campaigns. World War II Victory Medal. And last but not least, this is the Presidential Unit Citation, which was awarded to the 5th Marine Division for actions on Iwo Jima specifically. 5th Marine Division sustained the heaviest losses of all the forces on Iwo Jima, and there were many. They fought for almost a month and a half. The Japanese were entrenched to about 22,000, and they fought to just about a man and died. They refused to surrender. That was not their creed back then. They were bound to the Bushido Code, it's called, and they were loyal to their emperor to fight to the death, and they truly did. I understand that there was approximately 100 Japanese soldiers that were captured or surrendered, or less. Not very many. Out of 22,000, it was unbelievable. Both sides sustained many, many losses. If anybody's ever seen the famous picture of the 5th Marine Division cemetery on Iwo Jima, and they were still fighting and dying as they filled up the cemetery, you'll know what I'm talking about. Something he was very proud of was his airborne jump wings, and those jump wings are Army jump wings. But back then, they didn't have Marine jump wings. So not only was he awarded his jump wings in 1942, but he also was awarded an Army pistol expert badge, because he not only gained and earned his pistol expert from the Marine Corps in boot camp, along with his rifle sharpshooter badge from boot camp, but then afterwards, going through his airborne school, he earned another pistol expert badge, and it was the Army badge, because I believe they trained at Fort Benning, Georgia. So it's kind of it's unique, He's got his Marine Corps badges, and then he's got an Army pistol badge, and that's an original that came straight from his family, as did his original jump wings right there. So, and then as you can see here, he was a corporal. So I put his set of 2 shoulder chevrons on the bottom of the shadow box. So I just wanted to share with you guys. This is completed, and I'm letting some of the adhesives set up. The background board was not red to begin with. I went ahead and took fabric spray paint and actually cleaned it and then painted it red, and it turned out pretty good, I'd say. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll have more content coming. I'll be putting this whole thing in the glass box, which is right over there. Actually, the shadow box itself, the frame and the glass. It's waiting for it. Set it up tomorrow, and we'll be giving it over to my buddy Raulo's family probably tomorrow. Hope you enjoy my my shaky, complete newbie amateurish videos with my cheap phone. There'll be more to come. I'm setting up my watch shop, still working on that, and I'm still getting my Unimat lathe and everything set up inside that shop. So more Unimat stuff to come, I'm sure, along with anything else that sparks my interest. All right, you guys enjoy. Be safe out there. And Merry Christmas coming up to everybody. See you next time. Later.